I'm going to show how to use the Weebly website. And so in this tutorial, I'll go over how to create a new class page, a new blog page, and the basic functions that you can do on the website. So when you go to this page, you're going to hit Edit Site. And this will take you to where you can edit in the Weebly pages. So this Build in Pages section is the most important two tabs that you're going to use, and you can navigate around the existing tabs in this pages frame. So this shows you all the pages that exist on the Life Course Scholars website. And when you make a new page, it'll come up here as well. So let's go over how to make a new class page. Okay, let's go over how to make a new class page. So you're going to take pretty much everything that you make from existing pages. And so let's say we're making a page for the class of 2026, the Life Course Scholars 2026. So you'll go to the most recent Life Course Scholars page, which is the 2025. And you'll hit copy. So this copy function will create a duplicate of that page and it'll put it at the bottom. And so let's rename this 2026 Scholars. And so from here, we can add photos. And when you're starting out, you're going to want to delete all of these photos because these are not current scholars. And so to delete a photo, you're going to click on the photo and hit this delete function. Now we are going to create a new profile. And so to create a new profile or a new square, you pretty much just hit in this, you click on this empty space and you can hit add images. And so I download all the images to my computer and I add them from there. Okay. So there he is. And let's say this is a new class member. Everyone gets a blog page. And so to create a blog page, we're going to do the same thing. Let's go to an existing blog page. Let's say we take the most recent one, copy, and this one, let's name it after the animal. And since this is a blog page, you're gonna fill in the name of the classmate, and their bios are gonna go here. You also have an option to add a photo. So to add in photos or pretty much anything that you want on a page, you're going to use the build function. So we're going to go to build and hit image. And it's pretty intuitive. You drag the image where you want it to go, and this blue line will indicate where it will end up. So then once you have the image, you're going to click on it, upload it, and it'll show up right there. So that's pretty much the kind of routine of making new pages. You pretty much copy old ones and put in the new information. And so with this wombat, to nest it under the 2026 scholars, you can just push in a little bit and see how there is a slight difference. Like it's kind of under the 2026 scholars. To link a page, let's go back here. You're going to click on the image, hit link, and then everything that you link, unless it's going to a separate website, is going to be a standard page. So we can find our Wombat blog, and I like to hit open in new window so that if someone clicks on it, it'll open them in a new window and not go over the one they're already in. Now to create the bio that pops up here, we're going to click on it and hit caption and write in caption. And now when you hover over, well, I thought that would show up. Actually, I think, yeah, display caption on hover. Oh, it didn't save, that's why. That's okay. We'll hit done. There we go. Now it shows up. So let's say you want to create a blog post. So let's say this guy has submitted his first blog. To upload a blog post, you go to the student's blog page, you hit new post, and you'll copy in the information here. So I have example, my first blog. And if you submit it on a different date, you can change the date. And then this, it says drag elements here. This is where you use that build function again. And so you're going to drag in text for the Simba blog. And if you want the pasting to be accurate with the formatting, if you're on a Mac, it's going to be Command Shift V, and whatever the equivalent for that is for PC. So there's my blog. And then let's say someone has photos. You're going to use this image again. And we're still in the text box. We can drag in the image. So you can play around with how to format things. You can adjust the spacings, how close they are. You can adjust the images themselves once you upload them. So, say has a sky and some trees for his photos. And let's say you want to make it closer and change it like that. To change an image size, you can hover over it, resize image. And then to change the image itself, you can hit edit image. And you can crop it, flip it, do whatever you want. I recommend editing images outside of Weebly just because the functions are pretty limited, but that's okay. So then once you have your blog ready, you can just hit post. Yes. So this will now be open for comments when you decide to publish the website. So let's go to look at how to make a button function. So if you go to some of the pages, for example, the blog pages, you can see that they list out the students by their names, and then they have these buttons to take them to the blogs. So to do that, it is really similar to making a class page. You just copy LCS blog 26. You would delete the buttons you don't need. Let's say I don't need that. And then you would go to your build function and you would bring in button. And once you do this for a bit, you get pretty used to the functions. They're also really self-explanatory. So if you want a divider, it's here. If you want extra space in a website, you can put it down here. It creates this space. You can add stuff beneath, and you can just play around. So then to change the button style, you click on the button. So that one, you're going to name it again after the student. And then again, you want to link standard page. You go down to the page you want to link, open a new window, and awesome. So now I'm going to show you how to just order your pages. And then after that, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. And if you have questions, you have the basic functions down. Okay. So to order the pages, this is probably the most tedious part, but as you see on the website, you have home, reflections, and it's in like chronological order. So this order depends on this hierarchy here. So the most like embedded pages are like the pages all the way to the right are down here. The pages at the very top are at the top. So if I wanted to, let's say, make this LCS blog right above reflections, then I'm going to have to drag this and put it right above the LCS 2025 reflections. Right there. And it's right there. And then if I want to nest my blog page. Same thing. Drag it and drop it. So then it'll show up like this, and people will be able to click on it. And then same thing for the class of 2026. Drag it, and I will put it right above the 2025 scholars. And then for next year, 2025 scholars will be done. So then they would go into the past scholars section. So then it would look something like that. And so those are the main functions. When you're ready to save, you are going to hit publish. And this part takes a little while, but it's pretty much going to load for a few minutes. And then it'll publish all of your changes to the site, and they'll be viewable, and people can interact with the site.
You would really like voices like too cartoony. Like, do I?
So it's published. You're going to click this link, and then you'll see your changes. There we are. And then since we linked it, when you click on it, it says to blog, and then you can comment on it. You can say your name, email, whatever. One thing I do want to show for the end of this is how to delete something that you don't want. So if, let's say, you have a page you don't want to do, you don't want anymore, you're gonna go and you can just hit delete. And pretty much everything you do can be undone. And so let's say I don't want this photo, I can just hit X. And yeah, that's pretty much it.